Tuesday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for being here. Yes. I hope you guys are having a great morning. I hope you got your coffee. You got to work safely or wherever you had to go this morning to take care of your business. Yes. Let's go ahead and do my disclaimer right quick while I'm thinking about it. Everything in this video is said and alleged and in my opinion, and it is used for fair use. All right. Yes. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys had a chance to check out our pop-in video. We had a pop-in video yesterday. Yeah, child. It was child. The Huntsville streets was in flames yesterday. Jesus. Y'all, honey. Shout out to WBTV Black Titanic News, honey. She was out there in them streets getting the news, honey, on location. So, yes, I had to pop in and do a little pop-in video to bring you guys up on what was going on. So, hopefully, you guys check that video out and went over there and liked the video. Okay, because it's trending. It's what everybody's talking about, child. And we're going to talk a little bit about it a little bit later. We're going to touch on it just a little bit. All right, because I got a little update as it relates to that video, honey. Y'all don't want to miss that. All right, so let's move on. Y'all know celebrity news is always first. Pardon me with my shades on this morning because, you know, I got to protect the eyes while I'm driving. It's looking like it may rain today. I hope not because I wore sandals today. I was so damn excited to wear my sandals because the weather's kind of getting warmer. And now it looks like it might rain. I hope not. But all right. Okay, so celebrity news is Kandi Burruss, honey, and Sheree. 12 years of no clothes ass Whitfield is still beefing. I don't know what the hell is going on with them. Y'all know anytime a show is coming back on, honey, somebody is going to always be going back and forth. Maybe it's for ratings. I'm not sure. But the two of them, they stay doing the most. Sheree is going off on Kandi and saying that well, Kandi was going off on Sheree saying that Sheree shouldn't be going so hard for Martell because he's been giving hard D to everybody. I was like, oh, really? Sheree hit back with and responded back to Kandi saying that community service and community property, you should know Miss Farmer Puss, saying that Kandi was pretty much kind of loose out there in them Atlanta streets, honey, back in the day, and that everybody done had a little taste of her rainbow. It's kind of what Sheree was trying to say. But how would you know that, Sheree? You didn't even know Kandi back then. You only met her when you got on the show. That's hearsay. So really your ass could be sued for putting that out there. Now it's facts that Martell is a whole, you know, is a whole hoe out here in these streets. Now that's facts. We know that. His ex-wife pretty much put it out there to let everybody know, honey, he was out there doing his Bobby Brown humping around. He done had a whole baby outside of his marriage. So that tells us everything we need to know. You don't know who Kandi was with or what she did in the privacy of her own home and or bedroom. So for you to hit back with a statement like that, you might want to watch your mouth. Not that you got the money in case Kandi decided to sue you just to be on her petty, because she don't need the money. Obviously you do. So you would think that, you know, after watching other people like Tasha K and everyone else get sued, you might want to watch your mouth. Because people are using it as a go-to when you say things that's not credible. Don't be trying to throw allegedly on it to be cute either, because your ass will get sued. You trying to call this woman who is married with children a hoe. Whatever she decided to do before she got married, you don't know about it. You can't really speak about it. Okay? Now, Sheree also made a comment on this upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta about Kandi, saying that Kandi stays talking about her and keeps her name in her mouth like she keeps DICKs in her mouth as well. Again, how do you know that? Were you in the room? Were you holding the video camera when it was happening, Sheree? Because it's looking like the way you've been running around here with ain't shit people, and I ain't even going to say allegedly, what you been doing. We already know what Martell like, so you fooling with him, so what does that say about you? You messing with a known hoe who his baby mama went out here and said he liked to eat ass, and he likes certain things done to him. So if you with him and you fooling with him, that puts you in the same category to have to do the same things that he like in order for him to keep you in his company. So you cannot sit here, and not that I'm defending Kandi, The point that I'm making is that Sheree loves to talk mess about stuff that she don't know about, trying to save her little spot on the show defending Martell when Martell is not defending you. Martell don't give a damn about you, sis. Period. Martell don't care about you. He ain't claiming you. And when anybody asks him about you, he puts you in the friend zone. He put you in the friend zone. But you go hard in the paint for him anytime somebody got to say something. And you get mad at Candy and them because they telling you that Martell is playing you in these streets and messing with one of Candy's friends. She was trying to be maybe a friend or a confidant to let you know Martell is playing you and messing with one of my friends, but you run around here looking stupid in public, claiming him as your man. Like, girl. Now, maybe Candy was a little messy, and we'll give her the benefit, and I'll give the benefit of the doubt in this situation. Is it her business? No. You guys are on the same panel. I would think if I was with someone and somebody knew something that was going on, I would hope you would come to me and tell me and or say something. So I'm not around here looking stupid with this person on my arm and saying, hey, this is my man, this is my man. And you know he humping just about damn near everybody in the same city. I mean, damn. They be doing the most, y'all. I said, child, y'all need to find something else to do. Sheree, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. For real. Candy, honey, just let it go. If she want to stay and fool with Martell and look stupid, and anything to come with it, honey, that's her business. Let Sheree be ratchet, honey. Let her be the older version of Ariana, because that's how she is looking right about now. Some people got to live and learn. You can tell people all day long they should not do something. People gonna do what that's what they want to do the most when you tell them not to do it. So let Sheree find out on her own. Let her get heartbroken again like she's continued to do with every man that she's ever been with, honey. Sheree is one of those people that she just gotta fall in the cave, honey, on her own and find out on her own. So, child, let it go, because y'all, at this point, y'all looking stupid as hell. Arguing back and forth over Martell. Like, y'all giving him way too much energy. Way too much energy. He ain't even worth it. Martell is not worth it. Okay. Let's move on, though. As you guys know, I posted on my community wall yesterday, honey. Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta files for divorce from Croy. Her husband, honey. Y'all know Kim Zolciak, honey, with the blonde wig from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She filed for divorce from husband Croy, honey. Y'all know who Croy is, honey. Mr. AKA Donkey Butt. Y'all remember the song? Give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. I ain't too proud to be. He like he should have been in the damn video. Croy got a donkey butt. He do. Croy, AKA Donkey Butt. Okay? Bierman. I said, ooh. It's a hot mess. I can't even say I didn't see this coming. I was a little shocked. But I can't say I didn't see it coming, because usually when people are having a lot of money issues, as they are having, as Croy and Kim are having, and it's a continuous thing. Kim is about that coin. It's looking like Croy don't really have that coin like that anymore. So, hey, people fall out of love when that money is gone. And that just shows what you was really here for in the beginning. You fell in love with my wallet versus versus who I am. Or versus me. Period. What's going on with all these hell for review messages? What's going on in the chat? Mod, y'all handle that. Thank y'all. I don't want nobody in here acting a fool. Let's put some folk on timeout if they acting up, and if it continues, let's go ahead and block them. All right, mods. If anybody's acting out in the chat and not listening to rules and regulations of this channel, let's go ahead and put them in a timeout, and if it continues, then block them. That's how we handle that over here. We don't tolerate that mess. We want this to be a free space for everybody to speak their mind, but it has to be respectful. We do not want disrespectful comments in the chat, because we have different people from different age groups in this chat. And I don't want anybody feeling uncomfortable because somebody is saying something they should not. All right, let's go ahead and put that out there. We don't want anybody being disrespectful in the chat. And please, let's keep the chat conversations as to what we're talking about in the video, and not other conversations from other content creators and other issues outside of what's going on the Caramel Rell show, just to keep the drama down. Okay, All right, let's continue. Now they're saying that Kim and Kroy, of course, you guys know they have a lot of financial struggles, which have contributed to the demise of their marriage ending in a pending divorce. Okay. Kim filed for divorce, you guys. All right. I don't know what the hell is going on. They're saying that Kim is said to have spent $300,000 at a casino at one time, you guys, raising eyebrows after fans heard that Kim and Kroy's home were going into foreclosure. So they were asking different people, like their celebrity friends, to help them get out of foreclosure upon hearing that Kim had a gambling problem, you guys, and was spending up to $300,000 and lost $300,000 in one night at the casino gambling. Okay, I said, that's so irresponsible. You ain't paying your bills, but you gonna take $300,000 and go gamble it away, girl. You should have put that towards your house. Now, their house has been in foreclosure, you guys, twice in a year. That's irresponsible. That's very irresponsible, okay? Yeah. So they're saying that Kim and Kroy, you guys know they share 4 kids together. Kim was having them back to back to back to back, okay? Kim also has 2 daughters from a previous marriage prior to being with Kroy, all right? So according to legal documents, as of April the 30th, that is the date that Kim is saying that their date of separation is, all right? So the 2 were married for 11 years so far. Kim, honey, she's asking for primary custody of the kids. She's asking for spousal support, and she's also asking for child support. At this point, honey, with all the stuff y'all got going on financially, it don't look like you're gonna get nothing but a $20 gift card to Taco Bell. He ain't got it. You better ask somebody else to do it. You better get a GoFundMe. You better get something. Kroy is tapped out. Kroy is tapped out. All right? So Kim said that she filed because the marriage is irretrievably broken. Okay, with no hope of reconciliation. Kim is asking for primary physical custody of the kids, like I just said, joint legal custody. Kim is also asking for spousal support and to legally restore her maiden name. So she don't even want Kroy's last name anymore. All right. So Kim and Kroy owe $1.7 million to the IRS in back taxes from years 2013 all the way up to 2018. All right. They also owe the state of Georgia $15,000. For unpaid taxes for 2018 as well. Kim and Kroy's Alpharetta home have recently been in foreclosure, as I said, as of this past February. All right, this past February, their house was in foreclosure. It was said that Andy Cohen or someone in the Bravo family helped get the house out of foreclosure in February, which is no surprise to see that Kim will be making appearances on Real Housewives of Atlanta again. The same show that she said she would never step foot on because she felt better than the other women that was on the show. I don't need that show. That's when her Tardy for the Party show was on. Kim was feeling herself because she had a little money coming in from her own show. So she wanted to be real braggadocious, like she didn't need it because she felt like she was the shit like that. So now you're having to come back and be a friend of the show just to pay your bills and make it, ma'am. Okay? Your house has been in foreclosure twice in a year. You spending money left and right. You got more money going out than you have coming in, trying to keep up a lifestyle, the majority of which you spent on plastic surgery. Okay? Including your daughters, because they got some work done too. So they done drained Kroy dry, and now they're ready to go. And now you're still trying to drain him even more, which you should get child support because y'all have 4 children. But you talking about spousal support, you're an able-bodied person. Go out here and get a job and do what you need to do. They probably done went through his pension and everything. Because Kroy was not one of the greatest players in the NFL. Like, he stayed on the bench more than he stayed on the field. And that's just facts. Until they dropped him. So, I don't know what the hell she gonna do. I already said that I feel like she may go ahead and take Sheree's spot on the show because Sheree don't have a reputable storyline. So it's looking like they're worming her back onto Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Sheree may be dropped because everybody see that this situation between her and Martell is just a mess. It's not real, and Andy Cohen don't like that on his network when people have these fake storylines, and he's sitting back watching Candy and them, because Candy has a great rapport with Andy Cohen. So they're gonna probably get Sheree knocked off the show and bump Kim right on up to give her peach back. Because Andy Cohen loves Kim Zolciak. He loved him some Kim Zolciak. He was feeling heartbroken when Kim decided to leave the show. Oh, he was feeling real heartbroken. So I think that Kim is coming with her coming back, and Sheree is trying to attach herself to Kim to say that they are best friends and that they cool like that. I said it the other day, honey. It's just a ploy, honey, for her to get up under you and pretend to be friends so she can take your spot. Okay? You better look at Love and Marriage Huntsville, how Stormy did Destiny. You went from not speaking and not liking her and wanting to fight her to now having her spot on the show. And that's exactly what Kim Zolciak is about to do to Sheree. Watch what I tell you. I'm speaking it right now. And watch what I tell you, because I know how the shit work. I know how it works. You ain't heard none of this about She by Sheree. She ain't selling nothing. Her businesses ain't doing nothing. The only thing she's holding on to is this fake ass relationship with Martell. And now that spot's been blown up to where everybody knows that it's fake. Everybody knows it's fake. And Andy Cohen don't like that mess. So we're going to see what that's giving. If Sheree's going to be on next season, I doubt it. And if she is, I will be surprised. All right, now, as you guys know, like I said, Kim will be making those appearances, honey, getting those Bravo checks because she need them for her and her 4 children to kind of bounce back from this mess and pay all these taxes. Maybe she's trying to, you know, detach herself so that, you know, she wants Croy to be taking on all this responsibility of the financials, which, I mean, hell, you was married to him. Whatever's accumulated during the marriage, the two of you guys are going to be responsible for it. Hopefully this is a learning experience for her and she learned her lesson and not to be out here spending so damn much. I mean, it got to the point to where Kim was having to sell her and her daughter's clothes and her smaller kids' clothes online to earn some money. She was selling some of her prized possessions, you guys, eggs and all kinds of stuff online to earn some money to pay off some of her debts and to save her home, because they was about to sell her house. Her house was about to be auctioned and somebody from Bravo saved her house. So I don't know what the hell is, I don't know what they're doing over there, y'all, for real. So Sheree, your spot about to be gone, sis. I'm just telling you, because I see Andy Cohen choosing Kim over Sheree, because Kim's storyline is looking more reputable with her making a bounce, you know, with her bouncing back, with her getting divorced. She has more to talk about versus Sheree. We don't want to hear about Martell. Martell, he's not liked on the network. None of the women on that show like Martell. So I see them choosing Kim as to say, well, Kim does have a storyline now. She's divorcing Croy. She's starting her life over. She's raising her kids. She has more to talk about than Sheree, in my opinion. And not that I say I like Kim so much. That's just the way the business go. And when the boss like you more than he likes somebody else, then you're going to get a little bit more favoritism than somebody else. On period. Let's move on. Child, it's a hot mess, y'all. 1.7 million in back taxes, baby, you ain't got it. If you losing your house, you ain't got no 1.7 million. I don't know what the hell they gonna do. Somebody ass gonna be, y'all better talk to Wesley Snipes and Lauryn Hill and see how they got out that shit. I don't know. Y'all better figure that out, baby, because they locking celebrities up over this tax money. On period. Better call Lauren, honey. Better call Lauren, honey. Tell her turn the music down, because I really need to hear you, Lauren. Turn the music down over there, baby. I need to hear you. Tell me what I need to do, honey, to get past this tax issue. Because I see you went to jail, and I ain't trying to do that. Kim ain't going to last a day in jail. As vain as she is, she ain't going to last a day in jail. You better believe that shit. And I don't think Croy is either. And he got a big butt. Oh, they going to love you in there, Croy. Baby, they going to be all up on that donkey booty in jail. Y'all better figure something out. Shade, but shade. I'm speaking facts. Baby, you going to have a cuddle buddy the day of when your ass go up in there. With that butt. They going to love you, Croy. You going to be Croyisha up in that biatch. Okay? Yeah. Croyisha Bierman. Let's move on. Ooh, I feel a little petty, Lord. Forgive me. All right, so Tory Lanez, honey. Tory Lanez, a.k.a. the R&B leprechaun, honey, is begging the judge to spare his life, y'all. They're supposed to sentence him today. He's facing 20 years, okay? Y'all already know why he's facing 20 years, all right? Tory Lanez, a.k.a. the R&B leprechaun, is facing 20 years. He is asking and begging the judge, honey, to spare his life. And it's supposed to happen today. He's supposed to be sentenced today. All right, the Senator begs the judge, says that please don't ruin my life. He said, I could be your son or your brother. No, you could not. The judge is white. okay? You could not. Did you think about these things prior to you out here acting like a whole gangster out here, a leprechaun gangster in these streets when you was out there with the pow with Megan Thee Stallion? You did not. So now you want mercy when you gave her none. And from my understanding, she was begging you, Tory, no, don't do this. Okay, but you were so in your feelings and you proceeded to still be on your gangster. So now you want the judge to show you some mercy when you showed none. That's amazing. So they're saying that Judge Hereford is set to issue his ruling today at 10:30 a.m. for Mr. Tory Lanez, okay? Now, Tory, you guys, he had a hearing on yesterday, okay, and it said that a sheriff's deputy was urging Tory to shut up. That's what they're saying. But said that he continued begging the judge for leniency because he's scared. The 20 years is starting to hit real different right now. All right. Y'all know he's been trying to appeal this case between he and Megan Thee Stallion because this whole time he was saying that he was not guilty of this situation. So he was found guilty. They just have not sentenced him yet. So during this time, he fired his attorneys that he did have, and he acquired new attorneys and proceeded to try to appeal this case to try to get out of having to serve these 20 years, all right? So they said he was up in there acting up, hollering and carrying on, acting like his damn daddy. Y'all know his daddy was howling and carrying on outside the courthouse after they found him guilty. Tory is my son! He was on that bullshit. They said Tory was up in there acting like his daddy, honey. The one with the invisible hairline that we talked about, honey. The one with the sprayed on hairline, that's Tory daddy, honey. So they said Tory was in there acting a fool and would not be quiet. He could have been held in contempt. Because when the judge tell you shut your damn mouth, you need to shut your damn mouth. He don't want to hear that. Do you know how many people that commit crimes and go up in there and they think about their time being about to be put up on them and start that fake crying and want to be acting out and begging the judge? They don't want to hear that because they know you weren't sympathetic when you was on your bullshit. Period. They're not trying to hear that. So they said that Tory asked the judge, please don't ruin my life and please don't rule on my life. Okay? But you ruined your own damn life out here being a whole leprechaun gangster. All right? Now, they're saying that Tory and his legal team believed that he was made out to be a misogynistic rapper, okay, which they're saying that in the testimony against him made him look bad in court because of the type of music that he raps about. They do, which is so crazy. They go out here and commit crimes and unalive people and they put it in their songs and that's how they get caught. I have never in my life seen no mess like that. So that's kind of how it go. That's how they put together a lot of these cases and find out what these fools out here be doing. They go and listen to this music and it's right there in the music. You talking about you unalived the person, you pow this person, you did this, and this. And you real cocky like this in the video, then when you get in court, you crying. They don't have no sympathy for you on that mess. So yes, they done been looking at his music and reading into it, and they done did a whole background on him. So now Tory is trying to say that they're making a decision on him based on his music and who they perceive him to be. So as I just said, he is facing 20 years for Pow and Megan Thee Stallion, all right? And then, of course, y'all know he was also heard on a jail phone call to Megan's ex-friend who lied on the stand, Kelsey, all right, to say that she didn't know anything, she didn't hear nothing, she didn't see nothing. All of a sudden, she didn't see nothing now. Because I feel like Tory got to her, and I'll say allegedly, to tell her to shut her damn mouth so he don't be serving no time. All right? Now, he was apologizing on this jail phone call about Pow and Megan and what happened to her. So if you didn't know nothing about it and you're not guilty, what you apologizing for? All right? He apologized for the incident, and he was asking Kelsey which hospital Megan was in because he wanted to go up there and issue a sincere apology in person to her. He wanted to apologize to her and send some flowers and all this other mess to her, to apologize, a personal apology to her for what happened that night because he felt bad. All right, so I don't know if he was still inebriated during that time, during that call, because y'all know they give you a jail phone call when you go up in there. So maybe you shouldn't have made that call, sir, because that can be pulled as well as evidence. But I mean, they done found you guilty, but it don't even matter now. They done found you guilty. So you sitting here looking at 20 years, sir. So we'll see today what they actually sentence him give him as his sentence, you guys. Is he going to get the full 20? Is he going to get up to 20? I don't know. I don't know. So Tor and his legal team, they're still trying to appeal it. We'll see what happens with that as well. Hopefully Tor's daddy won't be outside the courthouse with all that damn hollering today, because I don't want to hear that mess in the news. I really don't, sir. You need to be at the barbershop, honey, getting that sprayed on part re-upped and getting that hairline fixed, okay? Instead of doing all that damn hollering. So let's move on to the next thing, because, yeah, y'all know he lived to be hollering. And I ain't even know Tori ass was going to be up in there hollering. Let's move on, child. Love and Marriage Huntsville fans, honey, and people who watch the show are petitioning for Carlos King to be fired from OWN. They don't want him on there no more. They don't want to see him. They're saying that Carlos is doing way too much out here in these Love and Marriage Huntsville streets and out here on OWN. They don't like the mess that they're allowing him to be doing with Martell, and the fact that he they're saying that he played a part in Martell popping up at the kid's birthday party and refusing to leave, in terms of having a whole parking space held for him at this damn party when he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, when he was asked by Melody Cherie to leave the party and he refused. So they're saying that Carlos King gave him the okay to be there. Carlos King, as you guys know, have held Martell's hand in terms of going on multiple platforms to have him interviewed, trying to fix his image, when everybody have seen Martell act a whole ass on national television. Not one time, not 2 times, not even 3 times, not even 4 times, maybe even 5 or 6 times. So people are tired of seeing this, and they blame Carlos King because he is the puppet master behind the bullshit, and they have proceeded to put together a petition on change.org where fans and others are asking other people to sign, because they want Carlos King gone from his participation in Martell's bullshit and other things on the show. They want him gone from the OWN network. Now, y'all know they already got rid of him from Real Housewives of Atlanta, from Bravo, and any Bravo network. He cannot work at Bravo anymore because he was on his bullshit over there. So now it's looking like he's carried that over to the OWN network, and fans are tired. They're tired, okay? Season 6, episode 5. Y'all know that's when the whole birthday situation with Martell popping up and refusing to leave, was screaming in Miss Van's face, which I thought that was so disrespectful. That's your mother-in-law. Regardless of the fact that you and Melody aren't together anymore, you still owe her a certain level of respect. That's your kid's grandmother. She is older than you. And I know your mama didn't teach you, or your grandma probably didn't teach you any respect, because you have no respect for women. Period. You have no respect for women. So for you to get in that woman's face and scream to the top of your lungs at this woman in her face, when she's steady asking you to back up, further explains, okay? Further explains the type of mess that is allowed. And that is why Martell acts the way that he does, because Carlos King is his friend. Instead of him being the boss and putting his foot down, he coddles Martell, and the fans are tired of that. So now they want Carlos King removed from the OWN network. They don't want him being the producer of Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore. So petitions do work. Several letters have also been written to the president of the OWN network as well, to have him taken down from his spot as the producer on this show and any other shows on the on the OWN network. Okay, because y'all know he also has Bell Collective as well. There's been some ratchet moments on there, but not as bad as Love and Marriage Huntsville. So fans are asking that Carlos King be removed and are taken down from his position as producer for the OWN network and over Love and Marriage Huntsville or any other platforms on OWN, you guys. All right. Letters, they said several letters have been sent out to the president of the OWN network to have Carlos King removed from the OWN network. So you guys, for those of you that want to sign it, I'm not telling anybody to or not to. You can go head on over to change.org and you can put your signature in if that's what you feel that you want to do. Martell Holt also has a petition over there to have him removed from the show as well. If you would like to see that happen, head on over there and put your signature in for that as well. You can also leave a comment and leave your leave how you feel and why you just decided to make that decision in terms of signing the petition, if you like to do that as well. That is also available. Okay, a lot of people are tired of the bullshit. We want to have a show that's drama free. I mean, you're going to have some drama on the show, but sometimes when it gets too far to where it's abusive, people yelling in people's face, people putting paws on people, like, that's too far. That was a very, very uncomfortable moment watching him up in Miss Van's face, up in Melody's face, and doing what he did, only to turn around and get in his damn car and leave. You weren't there for the children. You were there to cause issues because Carlos King coddles you and protected you. All right, let's move on. We ain't got to stay on it no more. Y'all get my point. Some more Love and Marriage Huntsville information. Tisha and Marceau's foundation, as you guys, is coming up at Black. They have tickets for this event. All right, the tickets range from $75 to $5,700, $5,750. All right, for this Bet on Black event, which would be June the 3rd through June 4th. They're trying to raise some money for another foundation that they have, this Bet on Black bullshit. Y'all know they also have this other Every Child Needs a Home foundation that they've started. They got 10,000 foundations. I don't know what they need all this money for. Where's this money going? We know that you guys are in debt. Y'all got a $5 million lawsuit from Zen Garden that's looming, that I feel like a judgment may have already been rendered, and they're trying to come up with some money. We'll say allegedly. Okay. We know that there's some back taxes that need to be paid, and some other things that need to be done. All right. Yeah, they have a High Rollers table sponsorship for $5,750 that they're asking people to pay. They also have a house table sponsorship where you pay $2,500, and then a Bet on Black ticket that they're offering $75 if you want to do that. And they said that the sale ends on June the 4th. So by June the 4th, ticket prices will be going up. What type of bullshit is this? All right. Now, they are still on their mess out here, y'all. That's a mess. That's a mess, all right? Now, they got all these damn foundations, as I was just saying. A foundation for the kids need a home. They got a thick tongue surgery foundation. I just made that up. They need to have a foundation for that. They have the Mommy Makeover Foundation, because you know Tisha just had a mommy makeover like a year ago. A home for me and my kids, okay? Because y'all know they do need a home. The Bet on Black, when you're in Black foundation. They're just making up all kind of damn foundations, okay? All kind of damn foundations, all right? Whatever happened to the foundation that they had you guys on the show when they had people out there jogging with these damn t-shirts on for show? Whatever happened to that? We ain't heard no more about that foundation, all right? Y'all remember when they were jogging and Tisha decided to call Kimmy out about her not giving the foundation, not giving money to the foundation, and how much she was giving, whatever she was saying to her, when Kimmy had to check her ass? We ain't heard no more about that foundation, okay? They done moved on to another foundation. Whatever happened to Tisha's podcast? Whatever happened to Tisha's Brown Girls Foundation that she had? We ain't heard no more about that either, all right? Whatever happened to the Scotts building their dream home? Oh, I forgot, y'all don't own the land. They stay doing the most. But it's so crazy how they think we're not watching and or paying attention. Now they on the show this season with this ESPO, wanting people to work for their asses for free. Where they do that at? Oh, in Huntsville. What's going on, y'all? What's going on in Huntsville? All right? This mess is getting out of hand. With all these damn foundations every year. It's a new foundation every year. They begging for money now for this Every Child Needs a Home, which they've raised $100 thus far. I don't know how much they've raised since then, because I ain't really keeping up with it like that, because the bitch ain't about to send you a dime. Okay? Yeah, we not. We not. I ain't sending you jack. Now, like I said, with this season, with them doing this whole pitching this expo, they didn't want to give out a whole lot of information for this particular situation, but they're saying that they had some money that was going to be coming in through Black, which they were going to be funding. Black would be funding this particular project. But if they're funding it, like I said, why are they not trying to be paying any of the core six for this particular project that they want them to step away from making money to come over to work for them? Okay? They were real mute about the sponsorship for this Expo. I'm gonna have to say Expo because that's what Tisha called it. They were real mute about the sponsorship on that. And when questions were asked about it, they got very offended. Marceau was trying to overtalk people when they were talking about, now we ain't hear nothing about him. He let Tisha talk the entire time, but as soon as people started asking questions about this sponsorship after Melody mentioned sponsorship, now all of a sudden he want to do a toast. Now all of a sudden he want to speak over people. Now all of a sudden they want to be mute about it and don't want to talk about it and talk around it because it sounds very fishy, okay? Yeah. So you guys know Mel, Maurice, and Kimmy, and of course Martell, who has no businesses, and why his ass was there, I'm still trying to figure out why, because you don't have no businesses to even be talking about and or speaking about at any expo. Period. Okay. They want him to work for free, you guys. They're asking that people work for free like they do to people, honey, for their other businesses. All right, they try to treat everybody else, the core six, like they treat everybody else, honey, to be working free labor. They want the core six to be their interns. That's how they get the free labor out of people. I've been seeing a lot of flyers from them looking for several interns, and that's their way of having people coming in and work, do free labor for them without having to pay them. So you can work the hell out of somebody and not pay them because you done put intern on the front of their position. I done peep game, baby. I don't peep game. So now it's brought to my attention, you guys. Also, the guy Gino that Marceau was saying that he hired to take Tisha's desk and take her spot for Schultz. Okay, it's brought to my attention that a blogger who lives in the Huntsville area, y'all put two and two together, because I don't like to mention bloggers' names unless I absolutely have to. Actually saw this Gino guy on location at this Fairfield Inn location. And said that he was actually sleeping in a utility trailer, you guys, at this particular location. All right. So y'all know that this alleged hotel, which is the Fairfield Inn, which is where Marceau was saying that he was helping build, which we already found out to be lies because there's nobody bidding on that. Nobody's there. Nobody's supposed to be on the job site. Marceau is not even supposed to be on that job site either. But this guy Gino was found to be sleeping in a utility trailer out there at the building, and a particular blogger saw him and he was embarrassed because he knows that we've seen him on the show, and they said he took off running and did not want to even talk. Okay, he took off running and did not want to talk. They said he was seen by a blogger and got scared and said that he ran up out of there because he wasn't supposed to be in there anyway. So he was squatting in this utility trailer on the location of the Fairfield Inn where they're supposed to be out there building. Nobody's there. Nobody's working there right now. So the lot is empty. Now there's machinery out there. There's that utility trailer out there, but nobody's actually started work out there yet. Okay. So nobody's even allowed on the site, including Marceau, while he's saying that he has a contract to work out there. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nobody's supposed to be there. So pretty much he's squatting, and they were saying he was squatting there and trespassing on the property. He was sleeping in there. So I don't know what the hell is going on with this Gino person, what the hell he was doing over there on that property. But that's giving way too much. So how is it, okay, that this guy that Marceau says that he hired at Schultz to take Tisha's spot or desk, how is it that he's squatting in this damn trailer on the job site? You ain't got nowhere to live. Which says that's a whole lot. That whole storyline is a whole fraud. How you a whole businessman out here making moves and you squatting in somebody's trailer, trespassing on property, allegedly, that you ain't even supposed to be in? Did Marceau and them tell you can stay there? Because ain't no work being done and nobody would know that you were there, allegedly? What's going on, y'all? What is going on? I'm trying to figure that out. Ain't no work been started on this hotel. But he out there squatting like Destiny doing in LeBaron house. Let's move on. For those of you that watched the video yesterday, my popping video, Stormisha Steele, honey, had a whole freak out breakdown moment on her video when we're going to have to go on and say the blogger's name, Black Titanic, because y'all already know who it is. For those of you, everybody at this point have seen the damn video where she and her, I want to say her niece, by the name of Shay, pulled up to the parking lot, honey, where there was no name on the front of the building for this alleged warehouse where Stormy and her compadres, honey, aka El Chapo was hanging out over there at the warehouse, all right? Stormy, honey, Stormy husband, Courtney, a.k.a. Mr. El Chapo, was hanging out over there at the warehouse. And Stormy had a whole freak out moment upon recognizing and noticing Black Titanic being in the parking lot. So I don't know what the hell she was so upset about. The whole energy shifted. It kind of was suspicious to me as I went back and looked at the video. It made me kind of feel like it was something going on to maybe they didn't want them to know what's going on up in there. Maybe something that should not have been going on up in there. Because since then, Stormy has issued a statement as to say that anyone else that come up to the property of Canvas Beauty, that the authorities will be alerted, and that is their place of business, and that they are not welcome to be there, and that they feel that her employees' privacy is being violated because bloggers or anyone else who is not supposed to be there are popping up on location. So that is a statement, pretty much what she issued, and I'll post it on my community wall word for word later on today. But ever since that situation happened, I feel like something was going on in that warehouse that should not have been going on. And I'm gonna say allegedly. Black Titanic was saying, as I said in my video, that Courtney did come out of the warehouse and he had some white shit on his hands. I don't know what he was mixing up. As I was saying, maybe they had a contract with Lil Debbie where they was making powdered donuts back there. I don't know. Maybe they working Canvas Beauty done linked up with Lil Debbie and they making powdered donuts back there now. I don't know. I did see they had a bunch of damn dogs running around up in there, which is hella unsanitary. When you are mixing product and or handling people's product, you should not have that. Courtney did not have on any gloves, and neither did Stormy. And neither did the other female that walked up in there as well, that was telling Stormy to calm down and that we're just all ratchet and that we don't have no morals about us. She didn't even have no gloves on. So anytime that you are handling any type of product that you're trying to sell to people, whether it's molded or not, Stormy, you're supposed to wear gloves. And it's unsanitary for you to have your pets running around up in there, peeing and shitting all over the warehouse with people's product. I think they were hiding up in there and they didn't want people to know where they were because Stormy has a lot of back orders, 4,000 back orders to be exact, that she have not sent out to people. And she did not want people, I feel like, to know her location. So the fact that her spot's been blown up, she's put out this little notice saying that they don't want anybody else coming up over there or they're going to be pressing charges. Okay. Stormy, she had a whole freak out moment and was crying, you guys. I'm talking about crying like her ass was at a funeral, you guys, when they found out that that was her warehouse. Because the girl that was with, I think her name is Shay, she was saying that why y'all ain't got no name on the front of the building. They had the black tent, you guys, on the front of the windows to where you could not see what was going on up in there. It just seemed very suspicious to me for it to be just a regular business. You're supposed to be a business with beauty products. You want people to know that this, and I get it, they just moved there, but nobody can even tell like where your warehouse is or that even that's your building or your business. It just seems suspicious. And that Stormy would be hiding up in there crying and saying, are they gone yet? Are they gone yet? Like, why is she here? Why is she here? Like, she seemed very uncomfortable to the fact that Black Titanic was there, and she wasn't posing a threat. She wasn't trying to break into place. She didn't grab the door and hold the door and try to go up in there and be trying to film inside. They were standing at a safe enough distance, I feel like, to where she was just asking questions. And she was talking in a calm manner. She was not coming off as being threatening in any way, shape, or form to Stormy. So it seemed, her energy seemed very off to me, that she would take it that far and then try to flip it and make it seem like Black Titanic was trying to threaten her and roll up on her and, make her not her customers, but her workers feel uncomfortable. Okay. That was very cute, Stormy, for you to try to flip it like that, because we saw the video, ma'am. We did see that you threatened Black Titanic in terms of saying that you would pow her if she didn't leave the property. We did see that. You also called her a hoe, which you cannot prove that. She can sue you for defamation of character if she decides to take it there, sir. I'll say sir, because you do have a neck like a man. I ain't gonna be nice about it. I'm gonna have to drag her beak this morning, because it's the sheer audacity of your ass to even take it there, ma'am. We heard you threaten to pow her if she did not leave the property and she was in the parking lot. You share the parking lot with several other businesses at which Black Titanic could have been there. You cannot tell her that she cannot be in a parking lot that you do not own. That is not your property. You are renting that warehouse. Okay? So they could be in the parking lot. You don't have the jurisdiction to tell her she have to leave. Period. Period. She can stand back at a safe distance and record. That is her prerogative. So the fact that you threaten to pow her, the fact that you threaten to beat her ass on location, it is all on camera. So while you want to sit out here, Stormy, and make it seem like that you were threatened when you are the one who were threatening. Now, granted, Shay was getting back at you and telling you bring it on, but that was only after you initiated the threat. Okay? Period. Your husband, Courtney, was very aggressive in terms of running up in Shay's face as well as Black Titanic's face and threatening them as well. And then for you to sit on your video and say, F that show, this is the same show that you fought to be on and lied your way on and was conniving and dealing with the op. So you don't really feel that way after you did all this fighting and having to move from Mississippi to Huntsville, Alabama to be on this damn show. And then do all that crying. I think she realized at the end that she had gone too far and she had said too much and that it was on video where she had done all this threatening. So y'all know anytime Stormy go too far and she want that sympathy, she starts that crying. And I'm not falling for that shit this time. I ain't falling for that. I can see right through the bullshit. Stormy realized at that point that she had gone way too far. And that all of that was on video and she knew it was going to hit social media because it was being filmed by Shay for Black Titanic. She already knew. She automatically recognized Black Titanic and she knew what it was. So instead of you asking her calmly what she was doing there, that could have been a great business promotion for you for your Canvas Beauty products to say, hey, do you guys want to film the Canvas Beauty products to see what it is that we do here? And even if you didn't want her to come into your warehouse and deal with her on that level, you could have politely asked her to leave and say, hey, we're not doing any of that. Please do not film us. I don't want to be filmed. Could you guys please leave the location? You could have handled it a different way. But to scream and holler and disrespect this woman who is your elder, because once again, you have not been trained and are taught any manner because your mama, your ratchet ass, wooden tooth mama with her dry ass dreads don't have any morals either. It was disrespectful. And I see a lot of comments saying, well, Black Titanic shouldn't have been there. She should have rolled up on her. She can go anywhere. She is a blogger. It's her job to get the news and or report it. However she chooses to do it, as long as she's not threatening anybody, as long as she ain't trespassing in anybody's property, she can be in any parking lot that she chooses to be in. She can go to the courthouse. Wherever she chooses to go, as long as she's not violating anybody's space. She was backed up to a point to where she was not in anybody's face. And when they asked her to back away, she stayed in the parking lot at a safe distance. But she was threatened to be pow-powed. I don't think Stormy realizes how serious that is. You can go to jail behind that. If she decides to take it further and press charges to say that she felt that her life was jeopardized because she was out doing her job. That's all she was doing, her job. It's a public parking lot. I see y'all putting it in there. It's what, 3, 4, 5 businesses that's in that entire strip mall that Black Titanic and Shay was actually in. So because you got something to hide, maybe, that's what it felt like to me. It was giving me El Chapo when your boy walked out there where they said white shit all over his hands. What was going on in there that you were so mad and have to lock the door and trying to blow it up into something that it really was not? I don't know, and I don't want to speculate, and I'll say allegedly because I don't know. I wasn't in there. But the vibe just seemed to be a little off to me in terms of why she was acting the way she was acting. There was no reason for you to be crying like that. There was no reason for you to even turn up like that. If you're a businesswoman, there's a way that you handle things, Stormy. Maybe this show is too much for you. Maybe you got some psychiatric stuff that's going on that you need to handle and step away from the show for a while because it's given unhinged. It's given unhinged. If you got to be out here threatening to pow people because you don't like what they say and or do, because you recognize them and you think that they're doing something that they're not, you might need to step away, ma'am. That's on period. You need to step away. You need to step away. You are renting a building that you don't own that place. You don't own that place. I mean, was people back in there, and I'm gonna say allegedly, were they in there with no shirts on and they're cutting up product? Like, what the hell was going on for you to be in there crying like that? It was giving, I see y'all put in New Jack City, like, what the hell? What was going on? What was all them damn dogs doing in there? Was the dogs there to alert when somebody come pop up? Because as soon as Black Titanic and then walked up to the door, I don't know if they had cameras outside or whatever. Maybe the dogs heard somebody walking up and bark. They immediately just jumped into defense mode. And that shit was weird. I said, that is so weird that they would act that way over somebody just walking up somewhere. They didn't have any weapons on them. They didn't have any of that. But I feel like they took it a little too far, and it looks suspicious. So now Stormy has put out this little post since that situation has happened to let anybody know that if they come to her building or her Canvas Beauty building, that they will be pressing charges for trespassing because it is because their employees feel threatened and the privacy of their employees are threatened as well as her safety. You don't feel that your safety is threatened, Stormy. You don't feel that way, and you didn't feel that way then. You just knew that you had something going on, maybe that you didn't want somebody to know about. And the fact that Black Titanic was filming and you knew it was going to hit social media, you were nervous about that. Just say that. I'll still say allegedly. But at the end of the day, it's a hot damn mess. Like I said, I will post the message that she put out. It was a long message too, guys. I just kind of did like a recap of what she was saying in the message, but I will post it on my community wall so that you guys can see it in depth and what she had to say, because it was a bunch of bullshit. She was trying to save face and backtrack and fix the mess that she was doing yesterday, because she knew that she had gone too far. She been watching our videos, so she knows when she set up in there, I'm gonna pow you, I'm gonna do this, and she knew she went too far. So she done went and devised this little mess to try to cover herself. But you caught, ma'am. You did a whole threat on this woman. Black Titanic is somebody's grandma. So we're gonna get on out of here, you guys. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope we gave you guys a lot of information today. I try to have a good informative video today for you guys, and some tea, honey. And I hope I got that for you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Okay, thank you, Moz, for doing such an awesome job. Thank you, Caramelians, for being here. Thank you for any content creators that joined us today in this live. Okay, you guys have a splendid Tuesday, and we will talk to you guys later. Be blessed and not stressed. All right, and goodbye.